Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Skrox 9006B. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Bin Bond 1727, and Grogu's wearing my Chensky 948. I just reviewed that watch, so if you haven't seen the review yet, be sure to check it out. I told Grogu that I just finished replaying The Last of Us Part 2 on the PS5. He asked me if it was the 5th game in the series. I said no, the 2nd game. That's the Part 2. He said, what happened to Parts 4 through 6? I said, they haven't made them yet. He said, that doesn't make sense. Shouldn't the series have started with Part 4? I said, George Lucas had nothing to do with it. All right, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in a box that says Skrox. And here it is. Kind of unique looking. It doesn't look like your typical Submariner homage because the bezel's so different. One thing though, I call it the 9006B because that's what it said in the ad. But if you look at the case back, it says the TM337G. So I don't know if that's supposed to be the right reference number or not. I just stuck with the one that was in the ad. This is the second Skrox on my channel. Skrox is one of those what were they thinking names for us native English speakers, as it sounds more like a deadly disease than a watch brand. I wasn't even sure if I was going to review this watch as it was pulled from AliExpress after the end of De Minimis and I couldn't find it anywhere else. It is kind of pointless to review watches that you can't buy. But today I noticed it is back on AliExpress but at twice the price. So you can buy it now, although I'd probably think twice about that. This watch comes in 6 different colorways. I chose the blue on blue and the chrome plating. If you like the chrome, there's also black or white dials, both with black bezels. If gold is your thing, you can get black, white, or gold dials, all with black bezels. The watch is 42.3 millimeters if you measure at the bezel. 48.5 millimeters lug to lug, which is a pretty good lug to lug considering it's a 42 millimeter watch. But it's 14.6 millimeters thick, so it's kind of chunky. Has a 22 millimeter lug width, and it tapers down to 20. It weighs 134 grams on the supplied hollow bracelet with 1 link removed. So it is kind of heavy for a hollow link bracelet watch. The bezel is all one piece. There's no insert. And it's a 60-click unidirectional. And it has 2 home triangles, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So you have to look at the numbers when you line it up. And there is some back play. I've seen worse action though. And then we have the dial. The dial has a nice sunburst effect. And it's a pleasant color of blue, kind of more of a navy blue. I like the dial. Then we have the Skrox name up top. Then it says automatic on the bottom. No mention of water resistance. And you just get the basic 30. Then we have the applied indices with batons at the 6 and the 9. A triangle at the 12 and dots everywhere else. And then we have the fence post minute hand, Mercedes hour hand, and lollipop second hand. And then we have a date at the 3 with a border. Then we have a sign crown. And the crown actions, the crown is really difficult to use because of these crown guards. When you go to wind it, it's really hard to get a grip. And it's kind of stiff to wind it too. So not the best feeling. And then when you go to set it and pull it out, it's just difficult. I haven't been very happy with the crown at all, and sometimes it slips when you're setting the hands. And look how long it's taken me just to move it, a couple hours. So not happy at all with the crown. And as you can see, it doesn't hack either. Then we have the crystal flat mineral glass, nothing wrong with it, does the job. And then we have the case. The case is a chrome plated alloy. And once again, it's kind of thick. But it does have a decent lug to lug. And the lugs do slope down. So at least it wears a little bit smaller than it should. So not all chrome plated cases are created equal, and so I do like the shape of this case, and it feels fairly substantial for chrome plated. Then we have the case back. We have a screw down display case back. I made sure it was a screw down because sometimes they'll put these notches here to press on, but no, it's a true screw down. Then it says stainless steel case back, which is a good indication that the rest is not. Then, once again, as I mentioned before, it gives a model number that is different than the ad, so I don't know if that's the movement. Then it says automatic movement. Then we do have a signed rotor, Skrox. And the movement itself, I didn't find any writing on it, so I'm sure it's some kind of clone of the Miyota 8215. It does have a bi-directional rotor because I can't get it to spin freely in either direction. And it's a 3 hertz movement. I don't know the dual count, power reserve, or any information about it, but we'll go ahead and put it on the Timegrapher and see how it's doing. Here it is on the Timegrapher, and as you can see, it's kind of a big mess. It's going all over the place. And I don't know if my Timegrapher just can't get a good read on this movement or if it's really running like this. But sometimes it goes down to minus 46 seconds. At other times it's at negative 6 seconds. So it's, once again, it seems to be a big mess. We got quite a bit of beat error there, 1.6 milliseconds. And I don't know what the lift angle is, so I don't know if that amplitude is correct, because the amplitude actually looks good. But yeah, this is a big mess. You're not getting a good movement here at all. Then we have the bracelet. The bracelet's a 3-link, but they're all one piece. And these are hollow links. And we do have inverted end links, but they're hollow. But at least they're inverted. Then we have a clasp. Clasp is just a simple press clasp. And we have 3 notches of micro adjust. And we have push pins, not screw pins. I don't think I've ever seen screw pins on a hollow link bracelet. But there was no difficulty adjusting this. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. It does look nice. And it wears nice. I mean, yeah, it's chunky, but it sits nice and flat on the wrist. But I only removed 1 link. And so if your wrist is much, but they're big links, then I moved it in 1 notch of micro adjust. So you could probably do 8 inches here. Anything bigger than 8, you're going to need more links. And normally on a really affordable watch, I say, well, just buy 2, rob the links of 1, and put the other one on the strap. But now that they really significantly raised the price because of the end of de minimis, you're not going to be doing that, that's for sure. Here we are in the Lume room. These AliExpress ads always brag about the Lume, but usually it's all moisture with little substance. As we speed up the time, we see a green see-through color glow with nothing on the bezel. The index lume is doing okay, but it is the hands that matter. Unfortunately, the hands are fading faster than the markers, which is all too common in these AliExpress watches. What do I like about this watch? It does look and wear nice. And it does have inverted end links. And it does have a screw-down case back. What are my gripes and groans? Horrible crown action. These crown guards make it really difficult to wind, and when you go to set it, the hands don't move very well and it slips a lot. The hand loom doesn't keep up with the index loom. The bracelet's too short. I only removed 1 link. Watch is kind of chunky. There's no loom pip. And there's 2 home triangles, which is kind of confusing. And the movement is running all over the place very poorly. Do I recommend this watch? No, especially not at the new $44 price This watch has been frustrating to wind and set, and being an automatic with a date, unless this is your only watch, you will have to wind and set it quite often. So I do not recommend this watch, which is rare for me. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Skrox 9006B, and I'll be back with the unboxing. I got a really good watch coming Monday, and today's Saturday, so that's going to be a good one. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you like this watch, I will add an affiliate link, but I really don't think any of you are going to buy it, especially not at this higher price. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. There you are, all 6 of you. And as you can see, I just did the latest Members Choice unboxing. And when I review the Members Choice watch, you will get a week-long head start on it. Bye.